It's Zenzi, debhelfrich.squarespace.com. You're ready to pay me what I'm worth. I can beat Elon to 1 trillion because of life-centric thinking. This is a concept and a group of heuristics based on evolutionary logic. It's using wise feminine philosophy to look at the whiteness thought tradition. Used to call it Western, but it's really the thought tradition of whiteness. I am an autistic adult. I am a combination of Temple Grandin, Hannah Gadsby. Stand-up philosophy is a real thing, and I do Socratic improv. This is what this is. Hashtag Socratic improv. YouTube me. Hashtag redheaded She-Hulk. Hashtag wellbeing philosophy. Hashtag Chappelle challenge. Data's all out there. So I've been reading this thing about Temple. We need me in the public dialogue about autism. We need my autism story. I am asking the Brain Foundation to underwrite me getting my story on autism and the full philosophical hypothesis of bio-electromagnetism, which yields a unifying theory of human energy, potential, and well-being. This is changing how we think of chronic conditions. Autism is physiological, y'all. I'm so sorry. The men have gotten it wrong. Now I'm reading this new book on muscle. He mentions fascia like 4 times. Reading The Devil's Element, Phosphorus. Christian Cooper. Christian Cooper. Better Living Through Birding. Black humans. They are spectacular at this humanness stuff, right? All that controversy, and we were missing this guy. He's like a real superhero. He actually creates superheroes, queer superheroes. Now, back to Temple and my illuminating life-centric thinking. Just again, this is a good book. She's from Bastyr, Seattle area. And we are poisoning ourselves, and poisoning ourselves creates childhood trauma, which creates Gabor Mate's work. We are all traumatized, neglected children. Now, this is the 500 years of whiteness, but it's also a direct consequence of the world wars. But it was all caused by plantation capitalism, the thinking that money matters most. The money matters most masculinity of this civilization is about to self-extinct us in 30 years. So I was just pulling all this together, thinking about there's supposedly, and she's citing the research, it's not just her thing, but it is her thing in a certain way, because she just wrote a whole book about visual thinking, which she thinks she is. And then there's visuospatial, which is math and music. And then there's verbal. Okay, I appear to be a verbal thinker. I am not. All this verbosity took me to be 50 to be able to speak. I was really locked in. Couldn't walk, couldn't talk for my 40s because of a toxic mold exposure. Undid it. And then I descended back into it for 2.5 years of homelessness because nobody will listen to me. Nobody has the attention span to hear of a brand new unifying theory of human energy, potential, well-being. That's body, mind, and soul, integrated human functioning. I am the she Einstein of consciousness. I have a theory of consciousness, ties the whole universe together. It does. I just gave back the elephant in the universe, Govert Schilling. 100 years of dark matter. We are electric. Sally 80. 200 years of bioelectricity. The philosophical hypothesis of bio-electromagnetism is 5 years in your future. But it's been the last 2018, 5 years of my life. I am the living expert on bio-electromagnetism. I keep myself alive. Beyond pharma, beyond Western concepts of health, I use ancestral wisdom. And right now, I'm getting sick. This guy walked by. It's just one of these trucks. I'm smelling his exhaust. Oh, good Lord. I was about to pass out. So just as I turned it around, he put on his brakes. I saw the brake lights, but he's still not shifting. He's still not. This exhaust. This is an autistic meltdown right here live. I couldn't have planned it. I had no idea. This guy's exhaust is toxifying me. It is the hottest. It's the Do the Right Things Day, 1989, summer. Beat of a funky drummer. The week it came out, I was using my white privilege. I was in Paris to study at the L'Institut Catholique. Do the Right Thing was on the cinema. Why can't this guy drive away? I'm being poisoned. The brake lights is on. Autism is a physiological response to global warming, to the unintended, the intended consequences of the Industrial Revolution and hyper-digitalization. Those are intended consequences. They know they're addicting us. They know they are stealing our attention, and yet nobody's standing up to them. I'm standing up to the men, all the men. Wise feminine evolutionary logic plus love intertwine. Here was the epiphany. Remembering Temple and her squeeze machine. I was thinking about getting ready for the conference. I was thinking, do I have any of my compression garments? When I lost 150 pounds in the 15 months after turning 50, I have fallen in love with the compression garment.